The Hellcats have been raising hell for a full decade now. 10 years we've had the Hellcat motor around, believe it or not. And unfortunately, it's riding off into the sunset here, although Dodge hasn't officially said this is the end. This is the 2025 Dodge Durango Silver Bullet. And this Silver Bullet is the first special edition they've ever offered for the Durango Hellcat, actually. And, you know, it's a sad occasion, though, because, again, we know that the end is near for these Hellcat-powered vehicles, and this is the last thing with the Hellcat. It's gone in the Charger and the Challenger with those vehicles production ending, of course. It's gone in the TRX, and this is the final version of the Hellcat in the Durango here. I've, of course, reviewed Durangos many times over the past many years, and they are an absolute blast. But in this video, we're gonna go for one last drive in at least a new Hellcat-powered vehicle. So, crazy times. So for this Silver Bullet edition, on the outside here, the unique things are this triple nickel color, which is silver, but they offer a black hood for the first time here with this edition. So it's a satin black insert there for the hood, the way it's painted there, and it's really cool to have, and again, something they've never offered before, so it's a unique thing here for this. You also have what they're calling lights out is the color for these wheels with the red calipers. That is all also exclusive to the Silver Bullet edition. You also get some gray badging here for the Hellcat badge on the side and for the one on the back. You also get some darker exhaust tips out back there. And on the outside here, that's basically the only ways to tell that this is the Silver Bullet edition. There's no badging, there's nothing that says Silver Bullet. It's just, you know, a more discreet special edition for sure. But for those in the know, they will know this is a very special one and a very expensive one as well, starting at over $113,000 now these days, because again, production is so limited. They haven't said exactly how many of these they're going to make, but can't be much longer here. So this is definitely a very rare and very special beast. The special touches on the inside of the Durango Hellcat Silver Bullet are that you have what they're calling ebony red leather seats, Napa leather, and it almost looks like brown, but it's a very dark red, and that's something that is a first here for the Durango Hellcat. You also still have like the chopped carbon accents here, but you do get for the Silver Bullet the sepia and white stitching here, which is a nice touch as well. You also get a suede steering wheel and headliner, and that's essentially it as far as the special touches on the inside here, but again, cool to get a new color we otherwise didn't get here. And otherwise, the interior is, you know, all the same as it has been for many years. I will go ahead and link my Durango Hellcat review at the end of this if you want to actually hear all of my thoughts on this interior. You know, it's starting to show its age, but, you know, who cares? Because again, that motor under the hood is all that matters. So let's take it for a drive. And for the last time, here is that red Hellcat key fob. Remember whenever they introduced the red fobs, the special one with the full power, and the black one had less power? Here's the red key, the very special red key, you know, just plasticky and not impressive, but special just because of what it represents. So anyway, let's hit the engine start button. Roars to life, that wonderful 6.2 liter V8 Hemi sound. All right, so setting off here in the Hellcat Durango. I always loved the way this thing sounded with the whine of the supercharger. Even without flooring it, this thing just always feels so cool and so special just because you constantly have that supercharger whine. But I'm gonna do a little rolling acceleration here because that's all we're gonna be doing in this video is accelerations. Here we go. It's so fun. That supercharger whine. Oh, I'm gonna miss that. I really hope that Dodge someday in the Charger EV offers a supercharged version where you hear some whine out of the speakers, but until then, I mean, the real thing, how can you beat the real thing? It just... Oh, I love this thing. I'm gonna miss them when they're gone. It's just so much fun. And the fact that not only, you know, do you have the Hellcat fun, which is universal to every Dodge vehicle that ever got it, but the fact that in the Durango especially, it's so special that you can share the Hellcat experience with, you know, 6 people total here in these, and the fact that, you know, you can also tow up to 8,700 pounds, so it still can, you know, fit your life and be able to do all the usual SUV stuff, but also be able to, you know, do the family hauling, all that, while doing it just with a smile on your face with this awesome Hellcat motor. Another acceleration, some lower speeds here. Here we go. Yeah, the overrun, and also just, you know, with the manual shifts you have here, it's so fast because of, you know, the ZF 8-speed automatic, which has always been fantastic. This transmission's been around for a long time too, and just has always been a great pairing these past 10 years with this motor. Love whine. Man, I love that whine. I'm gonna do some manual shifts to make it extra savage here. There we go. I forgot how low the red line is here. It's like $6 grand for these, but man. Yeah, it's fantastic. So a little highlight here on the specs for those that want a refresher. It's the 6.2 liter Hemi supercharged V8 engine. Does 710 horsepower here in its final form, 645 pound-feet of torque. It's a 3.5 second 0 to 60 time. Quarter mile time I think is about 11.5 seconds on these 180 mile per hour top speed. And it's just and these also handled really well too. Again, I won't do a whole re-review because again, I've reviewed these several times now, and you know, it's been a blast. Again, I will leave the link at the end here for my full review if you want to hear that, but they handled really well. I've tracked one of these, believe it or not, and it was fantastic on track as well. I mean, obviously, yes, it's big, it's heavy, it's high off the ground, you know, so there's some limitations there, obviously, but it can do it, you know, and just that sound, that's what you're paying for here at this very high price tag of, again, over 113,000. That's before destination, by the way. With destination, you're like probably 115 basically. And so this is definitely, at least for new Hellcat Durangos, it's a very much limited audience, you know, very exclusive club to be able to buy one of these new these days with these prices. But man, it is still an experience that we really just have to savor, because again, this is the end. Whether again this is the final edition of this or not, I don't know. They're not calling it a final edition. Oh man. Yeah, it's been a blast. These past 10 years of Hellcat power, their hell-raising fun. It's just always been a giant laugh. It, you know, wasn't the fastest thing ever from, you know, drag times and stuff, you know, especially this has all-wheel drive, obviously, which helps, but, you know, in the rear-wheel drive ones, you know, traction was always an issue, but it was a fun issue. It was the fun problem of not putting power down efficiently, but that meant you were doing burnouts super easily, spinning the tires everywhere you go with a giant grin on your face. And obviously, you know, we know again that the electric stuff's going to be a lot faster here coming. It's going to be the drag king, but you know, it's just going to be different. It's going to be fun for sure. They're saying that the new, you know, Chargers are going to be just as loud as these old Hellcats here from a decibel level standpoint on the outside, which is really cool. I'm excited for that. I love that they're doing it creatively and they're not just going into a silent future, even though that would be fun if it's super fast still, but you know, to have the sound is still awesome. But you know, it's never going to be the same as this, and doing it, you know, organically, I guess you could say. But yeah, these things are a real delight. But you know, I could do this all day long, and you know, I'm sure that many of you would love to hear this all day long, but I'm going to sign off to keep this video relatively brief, but I will leave you with a nice montage of all of my acceleration reactions in Hellcats over the past 10 years. They have truly just been some of my favorite vehicles that I reviewed. It's been an awesome decade to cover here, just all the fun that they have brought the car world, all the laughs and just all the wonderful sounds. And so, farewell, friend. And yeah, hopefully Dodge brings the heat with some really fun, loud, exciting stuff to continue this legacy, even if it's not, you know, with the same exact thing. Hopefully, you know, we can have a fun future filled with loud noises and lots of speed as well. Thank you all very much for watching. Huge thanks to Dodge for bringing this vehicle out, you know, one last time here at this Automotive Video Association event that I'm at here, where they brought this vehicle for us to do some brief drives in. But I'm just very grateful I had one last go here in these, because I have a lot of good memories driving these over the years, and it's just it's going to be a new era. And so anyway, thank you all once again, and I will leave you with this montage. Enjoy. And then I gotta slow down because this thing gets up and goes really fast. Let's turn down onto the straight road here and see how the Hellcat does. And here we go. Wheel spin. There it goes. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Woo! Man! Here we go. Woo! Man! Wow, that is impressive.